Apple once fired its own founder, and that moment became the turning point that saved the entire company. Steve Jobs was a visionary, but in the early 1980s, he was also young, intense, and famously difficult to work with. In 1983, Jobs hired John Sculley from Pepsi. He asked him, "Do you want to sell sugar water or change the world?" The Macintosh launched with huge hype, but sales quickly disappointed. Apple suffered its first quarterly loss. Jobs clashed with Sculley constantly. He pushed people too hard and often undermined the CEO behind his back. In April 1985, Sculley told the board, "Either Steve goes or I go." The board sided with Sculley. Jobs was stripped of power. He kept the title of chairman, but had no real control inside Apple. Angry and desperate, Jobs tried to overthrow Sculley. He planned a boardroom coup while Sculley was overseas, but one executive leaked the plan. Sculley rushed back to California. The board confronted Jobs. Jobs demanded Sculley resign. Sculley refused. The board unanimously backed the CEO. On September 16, 1985, Steve Jobs resigned from Apple. The company he built no longer wanted him. He walked out of Apple with nothing. No team, no product, no plan. Just a bruised ego and a broken heart. But Jobs didn't stop. He founded Next and quietly began building the future of Apple. In 1997, Apple was near bankruptcy. They begged Jobs to return. He came back and rebuilt Apple from the ground up. The man Apple once fired created the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. He turned Apple into one of the most valuable companies in the world. If you want practical finance templates that actually help you, we've built a full library on our website. Check it out and download what you need.